What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we're going to recap week 11 of the 2025 NFL season. Is in the books. Let me tell you something, guys. We got 11 weeks. We finished, we got what? Week 12, week 13, 3 more weeks left of the season. College football season is we're close to the end. Okay? Yeah, we're close to the end. And, boy. It feels like this season went by fast, which it has. Um, and boy, oh boy. Um, and look, so far the season's been great. It has been a really great season so far. I mean, we got there's been really good games nearly every Saturday. Sometimes the weekdays we'll have some good games. Um, so we'll recap week 11. Look, nobody don't watch MAC action or anything, but Tuesday you have some MAC action, Akron, and Ohio against Miami Ohio. Um, I would tell you though, this Miami Ohio, I did look. I don't watch Mac. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you I don't. I'm gonna tell you straight, but what I saw on Tuesday, and I didn't watch Mac, so I went back and looked at some highlights of his games and whatnot. Boy, these two were two close games, especially this game. I mean, Boston goes up 3-0 in the first quarter. In the first quarter, the Kansas State there was 10-3, 10 to was it 10-3 lead, and then 10-3 lead becomes 10-10. A field goal makes it 13, and then a touchdown makes it 17. I mean, of course, a close game here, 4-point game, 3-point game. But American seems every week there's been close games every week in Mac. Just saying, of course, this game essentially, but the two games, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. Just keep in mind there. And then we had a close game between App State versus Joe Sutton, 25-23. Usually Thursday games usually that great games. Then on Friday, USC beats the Avalanche of Northwestern 38-17. Houston wins a close game over UCF 20-27. And then Tulane, this was the game that I was telling you about. This game is a lot. Okay, this game, look, a lot of people don't think this game has implication. One implication are conference wise. Two, who will present the Group of Five team? We know one Group of Five team's gonna go. Will it be Tulane? It looks like it'll be Tulane. The reason why this game, man, they only have their own loss. And that's one loss to the only loss, the non-con loss, is Ole Miss. The only conference loss is UTSA. There's one conference loss. They got FAU, Temple, and Charlotte. They may win a team, but if you look at this, I'm gonna pull up here. But if you pull up, uh, and you pull, okay, let's go standings maybe. And you pull up the standings, and I'm gonna pull this out, and we'll look at Group of Five right now. And you look at the Mega Conference, which is a Group of Five team. And you look at where Tulane. Well, Tulane is up there. They're one loss. They're 7-2. No agree Texas. And I'm not gonna say this right now, but look at this. East Carolina one loss, but they're 6-3. I don't think they're making the conference title. The conference titles will come down to these four teams: Navy, South Florida, Tulane, and next Tulane just beat Memphis. Memphis was in the conversation. They're not anymore. I don't think Memphis should be considered. So they knocked out Memphis. Now it comes down to North Texas, Tulane, South Florida, and Navy. If you look at North Texas, and the American Conference is usually not the greatest one. The only loss is to South Florida. They get UAB, Temple, and Rice. And if you would look at where the UAB and Rice are with the conference, UAB is 3-6. Rice is 5-5. And who's the other one? Temple, 5-5. So you might win out. North Texas, right? South Florida, on the other hand, they have two losses, of course, one con to Memphis. They got Navy, they got UAB, they got Rice. They may win out, right? The only toughest game maybe is for Navy, which they just coming off a loss to Notre Dame. They lost back-to-back games. one conference game. They got South Florida. That's the biggest game. They got Memphis and Army. And to the conference, they got South Florida and Memphis left. So when it comes to group of 5 teams, one of these one-loss teams right here, one of these 4 teams right here. Okay, this. No way I can mark up here. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, sorry, hold on. Technical issue here. But yeah, I'll go back to the point. My point is, look, we're a group of 5 teams. Try to figure out who's to make it to. I think one of those 4 teams is going to make it to the group of 5 teams, in my opinion. I'm going to pull up here again the standings. Sorry about that. I don't know why this happened. Okay. Let's do this here. Sorry about that. Let's just again. There's. I do pause. I don't know what just happened. as the request goes wrong. But like I said, one of these 4 teams, and I'm going to bring up this point up. And I'm going to pull up. Look, is it come down to one of these 4 teams right here? What type of conference? Because you're looking at, you look at here. You get overall score. But if you look at conference, all with one conference loss, right? Well, these 2 play each other, and then these 2 play each other. So whoever wins this game will play for the Mega Conference game, and whoever wins that is representing the Group of 5 team in the playoffs. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they play. No, they don't play. I'm pretty sure. No, okay. So the only team that don't play each other is Tulane and North Texas, right? Okay, so yeah. So North Texas doesn't play well. Wow. So wait, I take it back. These 2, whoever wins this game has to go into the American Conference. It'll come down to these 2 teams. My opinion, I think we know Texas, but if let's say Navy beats South Florida, right? South Florida 2 losses, so they're drawing Memphis with 2 losses. The Navy will be a top tier team, right? They'll be 6-1 conference. Tulane will be 5-1. So if these 2 teams don't play each other, I imagine one of these 2 teams. I imagine North Texas, just because of the high record and this the better team. If you look at 2-7, so they're pretty good. So I feel like it'll be North Texas and Navy. We'll see. I was wrong. Navy does play South Florida. If these two play each other, and these 2 play each other, then make the conference a lot easier. But that's not the case. So keep in mind there. So the conference play, but today's made case if they want to win the American and present the Group of 5 team in the playoffs. Cal State beats Purdue. This was a close game. I mean, at one point it was 20-24. I thought Penn State might pull the upset, and okay, oh no, he has left. But then Amari Cooper Jr. toe tap touchdown. Did you see his touchdown? Unfortunately, I cannot show you the highlight, but I get copyrighted. But you just go Google Amari Cooper, Indiana's tiptoe touchdown against Penn State. That was an insane catch. I didn't watch much, but when I saw that, I'm like, Jesus, man, I don't know. Texas A&M beats Missouri, Alabama beats LSU, Georgia beats Mississippi State, Ole Miss beats Citadel, Texas Tech versus BYU. Okay, I watched this game, and how many of you watched this game? The BYU Texas Tech game. College game was there. Christian Kurt on the call. How many of you knew ABC? How many callers watched the game? Many of us. Why do you think it's a good game? Well, it did not. It was all Texas Tech. Texas Tech just dominated this game both offensively, special team, and defensively. Now, BYU, here's the thing, BYU did put a lot of good drive. It's always short. drives. They put a really good drive and they came just short of a scoring drive. And there's so many opportunities in the first, second, and third quarter, but all of this short. And they had really good, especially the first half. Both the first and second quarter, they had really two good drives, and then they couldn't capitalize on that. I'll tell you that. But Colorado, Texas Tech, we'll talk about the Big 12 in a second. Conference was, but then Iowa survives Oregon by losing to Oregon, 18-16. I knew this would be a close game. This was an upset alert. Look at this. Iowa was down. We're up 16-15 with 7 seconds. See this right here? It was 4th and 4. 7 seconds to full quarter. Iowa was up by 1 point. If the Oregon kicker missed this field goal, Iowa won the game. This is the thing. Let me tell you about Kinnick Stadium in Iowa. It's one of the toughest places in the Big Ten. One of the toughest places on college football. And I'm going to quote this, but this has been top 10 times to die. 10 of these teams have gone on the road. A few of them have lost. Now, a few of them have won. But this is where top 10 team goes to die. Literally, top teams have gone to Iowa and lost to Iowa on the road in Iowa. And this is a ranked Iowa team, by the way. Oregon goes on the road, top 10 team. They play Iowa, and they survive that. A game-winning field goal. Notre Dame beats Navy. Wake Forest beats Virginia. Upset alert! Upset alert! Wake Forest beats Virginia. Upset alert! And Virginia, the second lost game. I do think Virginia is a really good team in the ACC. It's going to come down to Virginia, Louisville, and Georgia Tech for the ACC title. One of these three teams going to win the ACC title. I still like Louisville, but Virginia might do it. They got tough skin at them. If Virginia loses one more game, here's a scenario. And I do, but speaking of ACC, look at this. On one lost team. If SMU and Duke lose a game, they're not gonna win a game. If Georgia Tech wins out, Virginia wins out, and Pittsburgh, SMU, Duke lose out, they're drawing Cardinals with 2 losses, conference losses. It's will come down, in my opinion, to Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Louisville. One of these 3 teams winning it. I do not think Pitt. I mean, Pitt's got a pretty decent schedule. Actually, they don't. They got a tough schedule. The conference wise, they got Notre Dame and Texas Tech. Georgia Tech. Miami and Texas Tech. Georgia Tech. They're going to lose both games. I don't think they're going to lose. They got, okay. So, you can say, well, Pittsburgh's up. Virginia Tech and Duke. They beat Duke. Duke got a second loss. The Virginia Tech, they don't care. Because Virginia Tech Virginia Tech, the fourth loss. Duke with 1 loss. So if Virginia beats Duke, Duke is out. Louisville moves up, and I believe SMU plays Louisville. So yeah. So basically, what happens is if Louisville beats SMU, these 2 loses. With these 2 losing, Louisville will move up a bit. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry to these 2 teams. Louisville needs to beat SMU. Need Duke and Pittsburgh to lose to move up, and then coming down to Virginia and Georgia Tech. If Virginia, Duke and Georgia Tech, the only conference game they have left, if I'm not mistaken, is Pitt and Boston College. They could win both games. Let's say they beat Pitt. Let's say they lose to Pitt, so I Pitt loses to Georgia Tech. So they beat Pitt. I think Georgia Tech will go into the conference title game. Virginia with 1 loss in conference play, still make it. Louisville 2 losses, might be runner up, and then be one of these teams there. A little scenario for the ACC title game. ACC. Yeah, ACC. Moving on to Saturday. Let's see. Fuck. Upset alert. California beat Louisville. Shit. Louisville not making conference play that game. It's to come down to Wake Forest in Virginia. Now Louisville can make it the way in, but boy, that's oh boy. Vanderbilt beats Auburn's closeless Auburn 45-38, a close 7-point game. Miami gets revenge beating Syracuse. Wisconsin beats Washington 13-10. Oh, I don't know what's happening with college football anymore. SMU wins. West Virginia wins because Colorado's shit. team. James Madison wins. James Madison. I'm not saying it right now. They have zero. One loss is to Louisville. And look at conference. They got App State, Washington State, Coastal Carolina. I'm not saying it. But it'll come down to the American League, and, I feel like James Madison could put a month for a run. If they win the Sun Belt, they may present themselves to the Group of 5 team. It'll come down to them, or whoever wins, whether North Texas or Tulane, whoever wins. The Group of 5 team. Southern Miss up in there, but they have 2 losses. I don't think they will do it. They may lose a game in Arkansas. Temple beat Army beats Temple. Missouri State beats Liberty. Eastern Michigan wins. Rice wins. Rutgers wins. Delaware wins. FIU wins. Jefferson State wins. East Carolina wins. FAU wins. UConn wins. Arizona wins. Iowa State with the win over TCU 20-17. 20-24. Keystone State over New Mexico State. I hit up many games and the final score. There you have it. Like his car, share, hit the I'm supposed to go on. This video. Peace.